Welcome to our English listening practice video. This video is perfect for anyone looking to improve their active listening skills. You'll get the chance to practice and get familiar with common sentence structures, vocabulary, and grammar. After each conversation, there will be 4 questions to test your understanding. Don't forget to share your answers in the comments and check if others came up with the same answers. Have fun practicing, and let's jump right in.
Let's start listening to Conversation 1. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Hey, what do you like to do in your free time?
I enjoy painting. It's really relaxing for me. How about you?
That sounds fun. I usually go cycling on the weekends.
Cycling is great exercise. Do you ride in the city or the countryside?
Mostly in the countryside. It's quieter and more peaceful.
I agree. The city can be too noisy sometimes.
What kind of painting do you do?
I like to paint landscapes. Nature really inspires me.
That's cool. I bet you have some beautiful paintings.
Thanks, I'm still learning, but I really enjoy it. Do you like art?
Yeah, I do. I visit art galleries from time to time.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite artist?
I like Van Gogh. His paintings are so unique.
Van Gogh is amazing. His use of color is incredible.
Exactly. I love how his work feels so alive.
Have you ever tried painting yourself?
Not really, but I've always wanted to give it a try.
You should. It's really fun once you get started.
Maybe I will. I just need to find the time.
I totally understand. Life can get really busy.
For sure. But we should always make time for our hobbies, right?
Absolutely. They keep us happy and balanced.
Did you catch everything? Now let's move on to the questions for Conversation 1.
What does the man usually do on weekends?
Where does the man prefer to ride his bike?
What kind of painting does the woman enjoy?
Who is the man's favorite artist?
Let's start listening to Conversation 2. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Do you have any hobbies that you do regularly?
Yes, I love reading. I try to read a new book every month.
That's impressive. What's your favorite genre?
I'm really into mystery novels. How about you?
I prefer science fiction. The stories are so creative.
Sci-fi is cool. I've read a few, but not too many. Any recommendations?
You should check out Dune. It's a classic in the genre.
I've heard of it. I'll add it to my list. Do you read often?
I try to, but sometimes it's hard to find the time.
I know what you mean. Life can get really busy.
Exactly. But when I do read, I get really into it.
Same here. It's a great way to relax and escape reality.
Do you prefer reading physical books or ebooks?
Definitely physical books. I love the feel of turning pages.
Me too. There's something special about holding a book.
Absolutely. What's the last book you read?
I just finished a novel called The Martian. It was amazing.
Oh, I've seen the movie. I bet the book is even better.
It is. You should definitely give it a try.
I will. It's always fun to compare the book and the movie.
For sure. Sometimes the book is way better.
True, but sometimes the movie does a great job too.
Did you catch everything? Now, let's move on to the questions for Conversation 2.
What type of books does the woman enjoy reading?
What is the man's favorite book genre?
What book did the man recently finish?
Does the woman prefer physical books or ebooks?
Let's start listening to Conversation 3. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Do you like listening to music in your free time?
Yes, I love it. Music is a big part of my life. What about you?
Same here. I listen to music almost every day.
What kind of music do you usually listen to?
I'm really into rock music. How about you?
I like pop music, but I also enjoy classical sometimes.
That's a nice mix. Do you have a favorite band or artist?
I really like Taylor Swift. Her lyrics are amazing.
Yeah, she's really talented. My favorite band is Coldplay.
Coldplay is great. Their songs are so emotional.
Exactly. I love how their music makes me feel.
Do you ever go to live concerts?
I've been to a few, but I don't go often. What about you?
I go whenever I can. There's something magical about live music.
I agree. The energy at a concert is always incredible.
Totally. Do you play any musical instruments?
I used to play the guitar, but I stopped a few years ago.
You should start again. It's never too late to pick it up.
You're right. Maybe I'll give it a try again soon.
That's the spirit. Music is such a great way to express yourself.
Did you catch everything? Now let's move on to the questions for conversation 3.
What kind of music does the man like to listen to?
Who is the man's favorite band?
What type of music does the woman enjoy besides pop?
Does the man still play the guitar?
Let's start listening to conversation 4. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Do you have any outdoor hobbies?
Yes, I love hiking. It's a great way to stay active.
That's awesome. I enjoy hiking too. Do you go often?
I try to go at least once a month. How about you?
I go whenever I have the time. It's so refreshing to be in nature.
Exactly. The fresh air and beautiful views are the best.
Do you have a favorite place to hike?
There's a trail near my house that I love. It's not too crowded.
That sounds perfect. I usually hike in the mountains nearby.
The mountains are great. Have you ever gone camping there?
Yes, I camped there last summer. It was amazing.
I've always wanted to try camping, but I've never done it before.
You should. It's a lot of fun, especially with friends.
I'll definitely give it a try. Do you need a lot of gear?
Not too much. Just a tent, sleeping bag, and some basic supplies.
That doesn't sound too bad. I thought it would be more complicated.
It can be simple or more advanced, depending on what you want.
That makes sense. I'll start simple and see how it goes.
Good plan. You're going to love it. Camping is such a great experience.
I'm sure it will be. Thanks for the tips.
Did you catch everything? Now let's move on to the questions for conversation 4.
How often does the woman go hiking?
Where does the man usually hike?
Has the woman ever been camping?
What did the man bring when he went camping?
Let's start listening to conversation 5. First, pause the video and review the questions. Then begin listening.
Do you enjoy cooking?
Yes, I love it. Cooking is one of my favorite hobbies.
That's great. What kind of food do you like to cook?
I mostly cook Italian dishes. I love pasta and pizza.
Yum, Italian food is the best. Do you follow recipes or make your own?
A little bit of both. I like experimenting with ingredients.
That's awesome. I'm not much of a cook myself.
You should try. It's fun and rewarding. What do you usually eat?
I usually stick to simple meals like sandwiches or salads.
Those can be tasty too. Do you ever cook for friends or family?
Not really. I'm not confident in my cooking skills yet.
You'll get better with practice. Start with easy recipes.
I might just do that. What's your favorite dish to cook?
I love making homemade lasagna. It's a bit of work, but so worth it.
Lasagna is delicious. I'd love to try making that someday.
You should. It's a crowd pleaser for sure.
I'll have to give it a go. Any tips for a beginner like me?
Just take your time and don't rush. Cooking should be enjoyable.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll become a chef someday.
Who knows? You might surprise yourself.
Did you catch everything? Now let's move on to the questions for conversation 5.
What type of food does the woman enjoy cooking?
Does the man enjoy cooking?
What is the woman's favorite dish to cook?
What advice does the woman give the man about cooking?
Let's start listening to conversation 6. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Do you play any sports in your free time?
Yes, I play tennis. It's a great way to stay fit. How about you?
I play soccer. It's my favorite sport.
That's cool. Do you play with a team?
Yes, I play with my friends on weekends. What about you? Do you play tennis competitively?
No, I just play for fun. I'm not that good.
I'm sure you're better than you think. How long have you been playing?
I've been playing for about 2 years now. How long have you been playing soccer?
I've been playing since I was a kid. It's been over 10 years.
Wow, that's impressive. You must be really good.
I try my best. I just enjoy the game.
That's the most important part, right? Having fun.
Exactly. Winning is great, but enjoying the game is what matters.
Do you watch soccer on TV too?
All the time. I never miss a big match. What about you? Do you watch tennis?
Sometimes. I like watching Wimbledon the most.
Wimbledon is awesome. The matches are always so exciting.
I agree. The players are incredibly skilled.
Definitely. Maybe one day you'll play at Wimbledon.
Haha, I don't think I'm quite at that level yet.
Did you catch everything? Now let's move on to the questions for conversation 6.
What sport does the man play?
How long has the man been playing soccer?
What sport does the woman play?
Does the woman play tennis competitively?
Let's start listening to conversation 7. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Do you enjoy watching movies?
Yes, I love movies. I try to watch one every weekend. What about you?
Same here. I'm a huge movie fan. Do you have a favorite genre?
I love romantic comedies. They always make me smile.
That's nice. I prefer action movies. I love all the excitement.
Action movies are great too. Do you have a favorite movie?
Probably The Dark Knight. It's such a well-made film.
Oh, I've seen that. It's really intense.
Yeah, the storyline and the acting are incredible. What's your favorite movie?
I think it's The Notebook. It's so emotional and touching.
I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
You should watch it. It's a beautiful love story.
I'll add it to my list. Do you usually watch movies at home or in the theater?
Mostly at home, but I like going to the theater for big releases. What about you?
Same. There's something special about watching a movie on the big screen.
I agree. The experience is so much better in the theater.
For sure. What's the last movie you saw?
I just watched La La Land. It was fantastic.
Did you catch everything? Now, let's move on to the questions for conversation 7.
What genre of movies does the woman enjoy?
What is the man's favorite movie?
What is the woman's favorite movie?
Where does the woman usually watch movies?
Let's start listening to conversation 8. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Do you like traveling in your free time?
Yes, I love it. Traveling is one of my favorite things to do. What about you?
Same here. I try to visit a new place every year.
That's awesome. Where was the last place you visited?
I went to Japan last year. It was an incredible experience.
Japan is on my travel list. What did you enjoy most about it?
The culture and the food were amazing. I loved every moment.
That sounds wonderful. Did you get to see any temples?
Yes, I visited several temples in Kyoto. They were beautiful.
I bet Kyoto is famous for its temples. Where do you want to go next?
I'm thinking of going to Italy next. I've always wanted to see Rome.
Italy is fantastic. I went there 2 years ago. You'll love it.
I can't wait. Where in Italy did you visit?
I went to Florence and Venice. Both cities were amazing.
Venice must have been beautiful. I'd love to ride a gondola.
It was such a unique experience. You'll definitely enjoy it.
I'm sure I will. Do you have any other places on your travel list?
Yes, I really want to visit New Zealand. The nature there looks incredible.
Did you catch everything? Now let's move on to the questions for conversation 8.
Where did the man travel last year?
What is the man's next travel destination?
Where did the woman visit in Italy?
Where does the woman want to travel next?
Let's start listening to conversation 9. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Do you enjoy photography as a hobby?
Yes, I love taking pictures. It's a great way to capture memories. How about you?
I enjoy photography too. I mostly take pictures when I travel.
That's awesome. Do you use a camera or your phone?
I use a camera. I like having more control over the settings. What about you?
I usually just use my phone. It's more convenient for me.
That makes sense. Phone cameras are really good these days.
Exactly. What do you like taking pictures of?
Mostly landscapes and nature. I love capturing beautiful views.
That's great. Nature photography is so peaceful.
It really is. What do you usually take pictures of?
I love taking pictures of people, especially candid moments.
That's awesome. Capturing emotions can be really powerful.
I agree. It's one of the best parts of photography.
Do you share your photos online or keep them private?
I share some of them on social media, but I keep most for myself. What about you?
I do the same. I like sharing a few, but most are just for me.
Did you catch everything? Now let's move on to the questions for conversation 9.
When does the man usually take pictures?
What type of photos does the man enjoy taking?
What type of photos does the woman enjoy taking?
Does the woman share her photos online?
Let's start listening to conversation 10. First, pause the video and review the questions, then begin listening.
Do you enjoy gardening?
Yes, I do. I find it really relaxing. What about you?
I like gardening too. I started growing vegetables last year.
That's great. What kind of vegetables are you growing?
Mostly tomatoes and cucumbers. They're easy to grow.
Those are great choices. I grow herbs in my garden.
Herbs are really useful. Do you use them for cooking?
Yes, I use them all the time. Fresh herbs make such a difference in food.
I agree. Fresh ingredients always taste better.
Exactly. Do you spend a lot of time in your garden?
Not too much, maybe an hour a week. How about you?
I try to spend some time every day. It's a nice way to relax after work.
That's a great idea. I should spend more time in mine.
You should. It's so rewarding to see your plants grow.
I'll try to make more time for it. Gardening is really fulfilling.
It really is. There's nothing like eating something you've grown yourself.
Did you catch everything? Now let's move on to the questions for conversation 10.
What vegetables is the man growing?
How much time does the man spend in his garden each week?
What does the woman grow in her garden?
Does the woman spend time in her garden every day?
That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed practicing. Share your answers in the comments so others can see how you did. See you in the next video.